A Sci-Fi Life, roll 1, scene 1A, take 1, marker. And action.
Sure you want to put all that light because you want to make it consistent.
Roll 1, scene 1B, take 4, marker.
Out of all of the superheroes you could have chose. Oh, I fucked it up.
Let's just go off this one.
Okay,
bro. Alright, come on. Alright.
Of all the superheroes you could have choose. Okay, let's do it.
Is it still stuck in your head? Yes!
Out of all of the superheroes you could have.
Fuck. Okay. Just cut. Just cut.
Cut.
Yeah,
Interview, roll 1, scene 1, take 1, marker.
Hello, my name is Dante.
My name is Marina.
My name is Michael.
My name is Justin. I'm Robbie.
My name is Morgan.
My name is Peter Searay.
My name is Tristan Nally.
My name is Dalton Snyder, and I am the director, writer, editor, and producer of A Sci-Fi Life.
Alright. What drew you to this particular role and how did you prepare for it?
Well, I felt like the character itself just portrayed me and how I act and stuff pretty closely, so I figured I would fit the character very well, and turns out I did. So, yeah.
So I actually worked as a waitress back in high school, so while looking at all the different scripts, Katie's role seemed very fitting. And I just the dialogue, especially in the beginning, was just how I would also just greet customers. So when it comes to memorizing the dialogue and preparing was more natural for me.
The story, the plot. I have experience as being that friend who wants to bring out the best of their friend, of their best friend. I would prepare for the role, went over my lines, studied the character. I have experience, so.
Any shocking moments from filming that you didn't think that you would see? Or any fun moments throughout the shoot?
Shocking moments? Not really any shocking moments, but there was a lot of fun moments. Yeah, the whole thing was fun. It was cool watching everything get set up and doing different takes and taking it wherever we felt.
I wouldn't say as like surprising, but I will say that the cast and crew was really fun to film this, and they would get like reactions out of me, so they kind of helped bring Katie's character to life.
Yeah, first scene, myself, the waitress, and the character who played John, that very first take of filming.
Alright. What was your favorite scene to shoot and why, if there's a why?
Favorite scene? I'd say when we were getting up and leaving. It was the most dynamic of a shot, and it was pretty cool to watch that come together.
Probably when Katie is saying bye to John, because it was kind of funny. Me and Dante kind of practiced our way to each other back and forth for a good while, so it was pretty funny. I would say that was probably one of my favorite scenes.
Honestly, I liked every scene. So, and why? Just working with everybody.
Which did you prefer, the improv takes or the sticking to the script takes?
I would say the improv takes, just because I could kind of use more of like my own type of language and whatever, and just kind of have it flow a little bit easier out of my mouth. It seemed like.
I would say probably improv, just because like the script is great, but sometimes improv is really nice to kind of bring reactions out of you that's a little bit more natural and you don't see it coming. So I think that works better when it comes to some dialogues that are being stated back and forth with different characters.
Both.
What was the most challenging part of your role during production?
I mean, there wasn't many challenging parts. Probably the fact that like I came in the second day, so it's like production had already started. So just trying to like get with the grips of everything, but it went pretty smooth.
We're working in a paper thin, like some of the walls here, so the random sounds were kind of getting us tripped up here and there, but we mostly overcame.
Honestly, kind of what Justin said earlier, but I think just holding the boom pole for that long during takes, but it was manageable.
It wasn't really too challenging. It was just kind of finding the right angles for the shot and making sure they're all at the right spots where the director wants to be for that shot.
Nothing too crazy, but on this last day, we had a bunch of shadow problems where there were very defined shadows. In like on the wall, you could see the lamp and the shadow of someone's head. So what we had to do was we had to just bring up the light. It wasn't hard, but we just didn't think of it at the time. So, yeah.
The most challenging part, there wasn't a lot of challenging parts. I was very strategic with what I did. I think the most challenging bit was probably the pre-production phase of it, when I was writing out the schedule and writing out call sheets for everybody, making sure everyone got the memo of what we were doing, and trying to align my schedule with people who had other things that they needed to do during the filming.
What was your favorite part during filming?
Probably just like, I don't know, like it sounds so cliche, but like hanging out with everybody, meeting new people in terms of like the cast and whatnot. Like it's just, I don't know, it's a really fun time, and it's like, it's just cool to be involved in a community of other people that are doing the same thing. So just being here is fun.
A couple of the outtakes shots were pretty funny, with the director trying to break his cast. I'm not gonna say what was said, but it was pretty funny.
All right, what would you two faggots like today?
I think just the jokes that we made, like just the behind the scenes stuff that we've done, just the outtakes.
I loved a lot of behind the scenes. I loved improv. A lot of our improvs were really good. They were very funny of how the takes were, and also how even better they were for those actors. They used more freedom with their speeches and how they were approaching it.
You know, most of the entire filming process was really just fun. I enjoyed all of it. Yeah, that's always a fun one. Whenever you hear that beeping sound go off, we'd always look at each other, me and the director, Dalton, we would look at each other and just be like, okay, well, someone's not gonna have a fun day soon. So that messed with us so much, but we got over it a lot. So yeah, I think that was a pretty fun bit.
Oh boy, this is a good one. So, first day after Marina left, to help out the two gentlemen, I decided to hop in and play the role of the waitress, which was kind of funny. God, I know Tristan is gonna insert that one take. Oh my God! But that was probably the most fun because you had Morgan. Had a line where he was like, "She's kind of hot, huh?" And I turned around and I was like, "Oh, really?" I couldn't help myself. It was comedy gold right there.
And what was your favorite part of the process throughout this film?
Honestly, just the behind the scenes of it all, the making of, like seeing how everything gets done. It was really cool to see Dalton like organize his shots, and yeah, he as a director, I think set everything up really well.
Yeah.
All right, thank you.
You're welcome.
I guess just being here and being a part of it, I definitely liked, like I said, just the jokes and whatnot that we've all made, so I definitely enjoyed being around everyone. So so that was fun.
All of it. I loved every second back here. It was really cool seeing how it all played out and how we got it all together, making that shots. And yeah, I mean, this was pretty cool.
When you see the night scene, the lights are all in the same place, but we just put gels on. So really, you're not seeing new setting of lights, you're seeing a whole just new color to bring to life. It's darker, it's moodier, you see the more vibrant, I say vibrant, but you see more of what the characters are feeling through it. Just the passion from almost like a orange paste is just what draws it together, and I enjoy it.
Oh boy, I loved it all. The writing of it really, like, it gave me a platform. It gave me like a base to work with, and I was like, as a director, I think this set would be a really good idea. And then when we got to the part where we needed actors, I was like, I'm not too sure about getting actors. And then when the auditions came around and Marina, Morgan, and Dante showed up, I was like, these three are really, really good at their roles. Marina's got experience in the whole acting field, so she was perfect for the role. Morgan was he's done like student films before. It like he had enough experience to come and do this. And Dante, this was his first film. So since I already needed a timid character, I looked at him and I said, dude, I think you're perfect for this. Your personality fits. That's exactly what I need. I think you should come be a character in my film. And he was like, that sounds awesome. Thank you. And then from the audition, it went to like the pre-production wasn't entirely my favorite, but the filming process wasn't stressful. It wasn't taxing. The crew loved it. The cast loved it. Some people outside of the group in here, in the classroom, all of them were saying, how are you getting your film done so quickly? And I'm like, because, well, I picked out people who had their talents. I picked out people who have good chemistry together so we could all work together on a film that I seriously thought was gonna be like my current, like, I'm probably gonna make better films and stuff, but this is like my current, like, Mona Lisa right here. So the whole thing just kind of, feels great. I can't wait to edit it. I can't wait.
Awesome, thank you very much.